What up, folks? Welcome back to ULTRAZILLA Toys, and today I have a review of the MCFARLANE Toys Color Tops Spawn Rebirth. I think Reborn? Rebirth? It's one of those. I'm sure I'll have the proper title in the description, but I don't have the box here with me to get you that proper title right now. But it's Spawn. It's a new Spawn from McFarlane Toys, and Spawn is what his empire was built on. Um, when this is a really cool figure for me because this is, like the first new McFarlane Toys figure I've picked up in forever. I did, sort of recently get the King Kong, but that was like on eBay auctions, so I did get some McFarlane Toys stuff, but this is the first new thing in, I don't know, since the 90s, I think. um, and, the McFarlane Toys was a big deal when they came out, uh, great sculpts, like the best sculpts on the market at the time, and, some really cool articulation also, but these are different times, and McFarlane is going in a different direction with his figures. Now, this is something I've known about since last Toy Fair, and I saw this figure there in the cases, and I was blown away by it. And then Shartimus Prime had a great interview with Todd himself about his views on articulation and stuff, and why they're going the way they are. Um, you know, so let's look at that real quick, because the articulation here is obviously not good. So before we really get into the whys and stuff, I'm going to take them off this base, which we'll look at further after. The articulation is the talking point here, or the non-talking point, I should say. And it's really, really limited. You just have limited movement in his head, and like a couple of clicks here in his arm and his elbow. Be careful, it's been known to snap, so it is ratcheted, but it's not, not very strong. On mine, it looks like the pin here is out a little bit, so I'm a little worried about that, but it looks, okay on the inside. And you do have swivel here, and you have swivel at the wrists. On the other arm, it's the same deal. You got some clicks here, but that's like hindered, and swivel at the wrist, but also hindered because of this giant gauntlet. So, and guys, that's it. That's your articulation for this guy. I know in this day and age you don't want to see that, but honestly, guys, I don't think McFarlane is going out to compete against other like articulated figure lines. From the interview, like, I gathered that at this point they want to be concentrating more on keeping the sculpt together and giving you like a really good looking, like almost statuesque figure. I think honestly, guys, the competition, or what he's going for is a more affordable Kotobukiya style figure, which are like statues, but they have limited posability. So I think that is what McFarlane is going for now, and that is what it is. I mean, is it a cost-cutting measure? I'm sure, but like, if the cover is, let's just concentrate on the sculpts and making a nice looking figure without all the breaks of articulation, then I mean, if that's the public stance, then like, honestly, that's what we have to go with, because I mean, you know, you can't, we don't know the finances behind it. We don't know what they're trying to do, you know, behind the scenes. Obviously, they have to know in the short term and while people get used to this new style. And it's been, you know, slowly getting more and more like this. Then I'm sure they realize they're gonna lose money, but maybe they were losing money anyway. And this is, you know, cost cutting, and it is what it is. The figures are, you know, the prices aren't like super expensive, $20 or less depending on where you find them is okay. I mean, people are paying way more for the Kotobukiya stuff, right? Way more. And, you know, like, I mean, honestly, the sculpt here is good, so let's look at that. So, you know, this is what I'm saying. Also, if you might notice it, my video here might be a tad dark, and that's only because I forgot to set up the lighting in my rush to get started here. Yeah, I just started without the lighting, and I kind of like the look of it. It is Spawn, so it should be darker. But yeah, lighting is a bit off because there is no lighting except my overhead lights, so it's working okay, I think. So head sculpt looks good, you know, nice, clean. The body looks good, well sculpted. Pouches look nicely sculpted there. The chains are like a soft plastic, and that's pretty good. Looks nice. You know, the muscle tone looks all good on the legs. The spikes on his boots look nice. So I will not be taking these guns come separate in the box, but honestly, they're kind of a bit of a pain to get into his hands. So definitely maybe heat it up a little bit and then try to put it in. But be careful. I feel like it could snap any second. And I'm not taking them out now because no. So let's look at the guns as part of him. And the sculpt is really nice. Nice dry brushing on these guns. Looks really good. Really good. I love both of them, honestly. This is so 90s image style, and it's very cool. Look at that thing. Really nice paint. Beautiful work, honestly. Beautiful, beautiful work. The cape is sculpted gorgeously. A lot of the companies doing more high-end figures could take a page out of this cape, and just the way it's sculpted and painted, you know, like beautiful all around. Sculpt and paint is nice. It's very clean. Definitely look out, you know, if you get this guy in store, definitely look out for that, because I saw some that were a little not as good in the paint. But, you know, when you get something in store, you're afforded the, you know, being able to pick and choose. So I got one that the paint looked really good, because hey, if it's like not going to be articulated, this should be at least a really nice looking painted piece. The skull's painted well. Again, the pouches look great on both his belt and his thigh here. Really nice. All the spikes look good. Again, let's look at this gauntlet that hinders your articulation, but very nicely done. So, pretty awesome. You know, again, you know, the sculpting, your mileage is going to vary on it. Whatever you think is right for you. I mean, if this is not your thing, then, you know, don't get it. I can't blame you. You know, if you're an articulated figure fan, this is not for you. But if you like the articulated statues like Kotobukiya, again, I think that's the, you know, that's where they're going for with this line now. So, color tops, which I hate. hate. Please check out my Facebook page. My box art nerd on this box is either up now or will be up shortly. I have the pics already. And I do discuss color tops a bit on it because, oh my god. Now, the one thing I don't like is that his feet, at least on mine, do not sit perfectly Oh, hey, you know, is there a little... No. I thought there might have been a little bit of a articulation here at the boot, but it just might be... That's where it... I'm not going to try it, because it just might be a little loose in there. I'm not sure. But I can move it. There's definitely a cut in there where it's glued, so let's not tempt fate here. Yeah, his feet aren't completely flush with each other, so either one way or the other, like, he can fall down on his own. So, I mean, he bounces more on the bigger foot, like he's stepping forward a little bit, if you can see that. So, and his this foot, just the way they sculpted it, you know, is like, it just comes, you know, like his heel comes up a little bit when, again, this could be just mine, maybe yours is flush, I'm not sure. However, you know, just let's stand up, Spawn. All right. He does come with this nice little base. It's just a piece of hollow plastic, nothing, you know, expensive here. But you know, the Spawn logo tampoed on there looks really nice. Still like that logo. It's very 90s, but I like it. It's simple. It's done. It's well done. Nice little texture here, and you know, you just pop him in with the hole, and then voila, perfect. You know, he stands perfectly on it, and he looks good. I don't know. I like this figure. I think it's pretty badass. I mean, as far as the sculpt goes and the paint, it just looks really nice. You know, like it's a great display piece. That's all I could say about it. You know, it's a really nice display piece. It's what I wanted. I was an old school Spawn fan from way back. You know, like Spawn came out when I was in high school, so it's, you know, it was rebellious, and that's what high school is all about, right? But anyway, I like this figure. Again, you know, if you don't like articulation, this is not for you, but if you're into the articulated statues, then yeah, man, get this figure. It's cheap and it looks really nice. Just be careful with the arms. They, you know, I've heard some snappage problems, so be careful about that. But otherwise, I recommend it. It looks really cool. Okay, so check out my Facebook page, ULTRAZILLA Toys. I will have pics up of this guy. And if you could like, comment, subscribe here, that would be awesome. And if you want to share it, I would super appreciate it. Till next time, peace out, peeps.